What are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're listening to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. Either you are, or I'll be skipping rope with your entrails. Ta-ta.
This podcast is brought to you by our patrons at patreon.com/Elder Scrolls Lorecast. Robots Radio. Games. Lore. Stories. Community. Just press play. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, the podcast where we explore the amazing universe of the Elder Scrolls. Adventurers, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. This is Tom, or Robots, your host. And this week, I've got a wonderful group of patrons joining me. Lotus can't make it again. I think he's allergic to patron chats. I don't know what's going on. In all honesty, we're doing it on a different day. It's Tuesday night. He didn't do his homework.
He's
not prepared.
He doesn't want to come to class because he didn't do his homework.
He doesn't know anything about legendary artifacts at all. He's going to be like, wait a minute. Yeah, no, this totally would have been the episode for him to be on if he could make it. But we're doing it on a different night. I've got some stuff going on later this week that we had to kind of shift things around. So we're here with our patrons to talk about which legendary or Daedric artifact they would choose if they could claim one of all of them. And the Elder Scrolls games are awash in powerful artifacts. There's a lot of options out there. So let's introduce everybody. We've got a cast of characters who you might recognize. We've got Ben of Temeria joining us again. Ben, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic.
Awesome. And then Rob the Princess is joining us as well. What's up, Rob? Hello. I like your background. That's a big moon.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a Dawnstar. Yeah, Chef's got it.
Nightcaller Tower.
There you go. And
Nightcaller Temple.
Man, he's just memorizing everything. He's just
dude. I can literally walk you through the first there's several dungeons in Skyrim that blindfolded. I could walk you through them just verbally.
Wow. That's intense.
Obviously, one's Bleak Falls, but still.
Yeah. So that voice is Professor Bayless, who's back. Welcome back, Professor. And then Siege Bro is here as well. Siege Bro, how's it going?
Good. Glad to be here.
Good. Glad you can make it. And Bribwan's back as well. Hey, Brib.
Hi.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Do you like my background?
You look like your background is the word Bribwan on a dark gray. Is that
exactly
that's the
right?
Foreground.
Oh, that's the foreground. I'm having a hard time telling because
the Bribwan is the foreground. The dark gray is the background.
Oh, okay.
This has already taken way too much time than I thought it would.
It has. So anyway, we're here with this group talking Daedric artifacts, legendary artifacts, anything from any of the games. And I'm sure you guys have been looking through the list of all the different stuff. Who would like to start us off? Who absolutely, Professor Bayless, you absolutely know which item you're going to go for here.
Well, little known fact about your professor.
He loves mustaches.
I'm specifically going to use this artifact to shave.
Oh, Mehrunes dagger. Mehrunes razor. Don't accidentally cut yourself.
No, it is not Mehrunes razor. In fact, I have some opinions on that fella.
Heavy blade. Gold brand. Gold brand.
Are you stealing my thunder?
Oh, did you get it? Oh, he's got a whole thing here. He's dressed up and everything.
It's the blade of woe.
No, he has
a blade of woe.
It's the blade of woe. That's what it is.
Right. Yeah. Or Mehrunes razor. Either of those is like you make a nick on your face and you're just dead. You're just gone. Oh, do you have one?
That's a really cool blade of woe.
Do you have one?
Piece of the professor gimmick I got myself as a graduation gift.
That's a really cool blade of woe.
Golden blade. The blade itself is actually gold.
Oh, nice. For those of you who are not watching, you can actually see this on video. If you're here with us during the live thing, or if you want to join us on the Elder Scrolls Lorecast YouTube channel, you can see this blade.
If you look back at its past live streams on the Elder Scrolls Lorecast YouTube channel, I watch that occasionally when I can't think of anything else to watch.
Yeah, you can go do
Is
that.
that actually an Elder Scrolls like relic, or is it like a?
I wish.
Okay. I was like, wow, that's real life. Like, you actually
no,
have that.
I got this off the internet, and it came with a little like paper in it that said like, don't use this for like 1,000,001 obvious things. Like, don't take this on an airplane with you. Don't play catch with it out of the sheath. Don't try and shave yourself or an animal with it. Like really stupid.
So
stuff.
is it like actually like usable steel, or is it?
Yeah, it's.
Or is it
I could realistically cut my finger right now.
It's not like a one of those blades that's not actually.
Yeah.
I have to chime in and say there's a difference between sharp steel and usable steel.
That's also
Okay.
It's probably sharp.
It's sharp. It's sharp. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
one is I go with Goldbrand because obviously my bias towards Boethia is very outspoken if you listen to any of the Patron shows so far.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is just I really like Virgil from Devil May Cry, so I thought a cool katana would be awesome.
Okay.
Are you in fact the storm that is approaching?
Oh.
Provoking.
Oh.
Black clouds in isolation. I am the reclaimer of my name.
I'm looking at
much like the blade.
Images. I'm looking at the images online, and the blade that you have it's very close, very similar. I mean, it's obviously a katana type blade. There's one design in particular that has the cross hatching on the grip, the same way that sword that you have right there has. It's got that kind of like cross wrapped design, which is pretty cool. And then of course the gold blade and all that. Okay, so do you have like a use for this? Like obviously it's a cool weapon. Like why specifically this one?
Well, obviously as a master alteration mage, being the man chosen to be the professor of transmundane history, I have a very profound grasp of these concepts and the application. However, as we all know, sadly, all of our magic reserves are not infinite. And as much as I've tried to subvert that by various means, it's just not possible. So you really do need something on your offhand to use if need be once you run out of juice.
So added benefit that it like burns people that you strike with it.
Oh, of course.
That's, hey, stay away from me and my fancy professor robes. Also, now you're going to burn to death.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
The other natural thing there is, since it's a better version of it than the actual one that they added in the Creation Club for Skyrim, the Terminate 10 Bloods mod for Skyrim, gotta recommend that. Artifacts of Boethia.
Yeah.
Adds in a beautifully modeled version of the Ebony Blade. I think it was done by Insanity Sorrow, but don't quote me on that. The way they actually included the fire effect is instead of just having like the baseline do fire damage on hit, if you did a power attack, it would do like a little I think a light version of the Fire Breath Dragon Shout, just like the fire shoots off.
Oh, nice. Well, cool.
I just found that super cool. So it's like my go-to weapon on Half-Life playthroughs.
I see. So there's some of that too.
A little bias.
It's a little bit of like, this is also one of my favorite game or items to use in games.
It also reminded me of Devil May Cry Virgil again, because it was like the judgment cuts, like little like flash it real quick and just boom, cut. But range.
Also, shout out
katanas
to
are cool.
Sky Oblivion, who did their own model of Goldbrand as well. For when they eventually do release it, they're going to have Goldbrand in the game, and that model looks super sweet. You can check out their videos for that as well. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. So do you guys, anyone else have questions about this specific choice for the professor here?
Why are you evil? Why are you a bad person?
Because of the connection to Boethia?
You picked a murder weapon for exclusively good at murdering, people that don't need to be murdered in Boethia's experience.
Yeah, well, he's saying he's using it for defense.
No, this is Goldbrand, not the Ebony Blade.
Sorry. Yeah, he's saying this is for defense, right?
Yeah.
We're getting my lore mixed up there. So what's the intention behind Goldbrand? What's the, because there's, every artifact has an intention behind it. What is the intention behind it?
It's more
well, here,
by nature.
I'll read the article from the UASP just to we'll use this as definitive stuff, right? So Goldbrand is an ancient artifact created by the dragons of the north, which takes the form of a golden katana. According to legends, they bestowed the blade upon the Nordic warrior Sivdir, ancestor to the modern Battleborn clan, who was sworn to protect them. So very, very much a Nordic focused thing. And your whole deal with being Professor Baelius is that you are from that region, at least, right?
Well, from the Eastern Reach.
The Eastern Reach, but
So I
still,
have some
still
opinions
Nordic.
on Nordic culture.
Sure, but yeah, you're close.
Some opinions.
And then
Geographically close
used,
enough,
yeah, geographically close, and then was used as protection. So it tracks.
Well, in the fact that it's just it's gold, it's gilded, it's more of, it's not that I couldn't even, being a master mage myself, I could hypothetically likely craft a weapon of equal quality, if not more applicable for my specific uses. That would be superior. However, the actual, I'm not saying that I can make a better fire sword. I'm just saying it would be more effective if I could personally make something to, I don't know, drain magicka, be more useful.
Right, for being a magic.
The point
person.
here is what the blade and its owner in the Daedric Prince Boethia represent.
Well, and that's my point. Boethia is not really known about being, honorable combat or anything. I'm to clarify, I am just teasing. I'm not like.
Oh yeah,
we're just playing it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is a cool choice.
Boethia's got like the altar in Skyrim or the Dragonstar Arena, and it's all about senseless murdering. Generally,
there is a lot of that as well. There is, but I mean, this item was forged by the dragons and contains the power of Boethia, so it may not have originally been intended for those reasons, right?
The purpose is the main vibe that I always get from Boethia when I go back and read probably my favorite text in the entire series, Boethia's Proving. The fact that the idea that you might as well have not existed if you've left zero impact. So the point is
murder, so people remember you.
To leave an impact of blood. An
impact of deadly corpses. Dead corpses. A trail of blood.
Would you like to join the pile?
We're making light of it, but that is
we're clarifying.
Idea.
We're not making fun of you. We're just saying that's what Boethia is all about. A trail of corpses.
Do you disagree?
That's one way.
Okay. Well, so tell you what. Why don't we table the Boethia debate for the Discord, because we've got some other people in their items we got to move on to.
It's a weapon which symbolizes the taking of action to make yourself somebody worth being aware of, somebody whose existence impacted the world somehow, somebody who really existed, not just somebody who floated through life, not really making any impact.
Got it.
And
that's where you're going with it, right? That's
in Tamriel. I've had a good 190 years to do so, but we don't talk.
And a trail of bodies.
Alteration's a beautiful thing.
Wonderful. All right, time to move on. This is awesome. I love the commitment to the character. Who wants to go next? Who's up next? I see some eyebrows raised.
The bar so high.
I heard Brivon testing his mic earlier. I think it means he wants to go next.
Briv, do you want to go next?
Well, you Discorded me, Rob, that you couldn't hear me, so I was like freaking out.
Bro, that was like a half hour ago.
It just shut up 2 minutes ago on my phone.
You're good. We can hear you.
That's hilarious.
Do you want to go? Next?
Sure.
Okay.
So I think like my favorite, well, I have two that I've liked to use in game, but I think it's a different answer. But I do like to use Wabbajack and Mehrunes Razor in game. Mm-hmm. Although I do find Mehrunes Razor, like I'll like stab like a really hard opponent easily 100 times, and it's supposed to 2 of those times have permanently killed them. But then I'll go up to like a little bunny that I'm running around and I stab it one time and it just falls over.
Right.
So it's a little maddening, but I think I would have to.
How do you trigger Mehrunes Razor twice on the same person?
Because they didn't.
He's saying that since it's a 2% chance, if you hit 100 times, mathematically, at least 2 of those should have been the death blow.
Yeah.
But like logistically, only one.
Yeah. but still.
Right. It just
Saying
didn't
that at
trigger.
least the 99th or the 99th and the 100th should have been one of them that did it at very least, but mathematically.
Yes. But I think ultimately Malakath, I'm an orc by nature in the games I play. And so Malakath is my god. And Volendrung has to be my weapon of choice because of that.
Oh,
So
all right.
It just encompasses my personality of like big and massive and doesn't like have any unique features other than it's just big and it helps itself by being big.
So that's your main requirement here
Momentum.
is just big.
It's just big.
It's a presence. It's intimidating.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine as an orc that would be very appealing.
Yes. And it is also fun to have if you play PvP in ESO.
Yeah. So that's like we've talked about that on the episode already, I believe. But yeah. So is that something that you engage in a lot?
PvP?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. So do you usually go for Volendrung? Because I know that like it moves around, right? Like it changes locations.
It does move around, but people get so mad.
As
I'm like,
artifacts too.
I'm not very good with it. And so people get so mad because it shows up on your mini map. So everybody in Cyrodiil, enemies and friends will come flock to you. And so I usually get seen from a mile away and just get shot and don't do anything with it. And people get so mad.
You wasted it. What are you doing? Yeah.
How do you like the in-lore history about the weapon?
Well, I mean, refresh me.
I believe it was the Rorken clan of Dwemer crafted the hammer originally. And I believe it was following the Ethereum Wars where there was a large schism in between many of the underground cities. A giant group of the dwarves decided, let's get the hell out of there. And in the process, I believe the chieftain threw his hammer as far as he physically could, and they decided that they would settle wherever it landed, which is where the hammer, or the Volan.
Thus, hammer fell.
The hammer fell.
Yeah.
So they landed in Hammerfell, which also kind of fits and makes sense why it goes into Malakath's being the one orcish tribe who was ostracized and left and went separate from everyone else, very far away. Kind of fits in Malakath.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that feels fitting.
Yeah.
And it's just been used as a big weapon of destruction since then to crush things in Malakath's name.
Yeah, it's like the standalone, like one man against the army, big old hammer.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It looks cool too.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I mean,
It's rad as hell.
yeah.
So badass.
Yeah. Like both of these weapons that you guys have brought up so far, totally. Like you walk into town with one of those things and every guard is talking about it. Like,
unfortunately, I can't turn on my video and show you a massive hammer. I'm like Professor
well, too bad. I'm just going to imagine that you have one sitting around.
As an educator, I feel obligated to provide my students with a visual aid because not all of us are just. Not all of us can just learn by hearing. Some of us are visual learners.
Right. You're a good teacher. Yeah. That's true. All right. Any other questions about Volendrung? Nothing else?
I like how it swings fast.
You like how it swings
there's
fast?
not really a
fast
lot
in
of
Skyrim.
deep lore.
Yeah.
I mean, the origins of Volendrung is interesting, but beyond that, it's just a hammer of Malakath, which is cool.
It is what it is. It's
Not
just
trying to talk crap on it. It's just we can't really
The
discuss
simplicity
much
is
more
the best
about
part.
I feel like it's one of those weapons where, like, if somebody assaults you, like you're walking, on the road between cities or something, right? And some bandits come out of the trees, and you pull that thing off your back.
Yeah.
Like they're looking at you. Give me a second to look. You're going,
It's like,
yeah, okay, go. You just
when
keep
I was,
going.
when
It's
I was
cool.
in high school, I was in a snowstorm and a guy rear-ended me. And I saw him get out of his car and he was irate. Like he had an agenda and I'm a big guy. And so I get out of the car and he sees me and he literally just said, "I'm sorry, sir," and went back into his car.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like this is the weapon equivalent of that, right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry. On your way. Go on.
That's right.
All right. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Well, tell you what, we're getting close to the middle of the show. Why don't we take a quick break here? We're going to thank you guys, our patrons, and then we'll be back to talk about the rest of the legendary artifacts. Here we go.
This is Miss Morlock, Dragonborn, and you are educating yourself to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast.
It's so good.
I love it.
His voices are so good. It was so nice of Wes to do those for the show. So thank you again, Wes, for those. And
Thank
big
you,
thanks.
Wes.
Thank you, Wes. And big thanks to you guys for joining me, because these episodes are always a blast. And to everybody else who helps support your show. I can't even talk. We're up to 105 patrons. We've got 3 new ones this last week. This is amazing. Chris C., Jose P., and Jaden A. I hope I'm pronouncing your names correctly. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Patreon. And we've got to shout out our Daedric princes, Mr. Gami Boy, Kira, Noodle Al Dente, and Riverwood Chicken for being there and supporting the show. Thank you to everybody. If you are interested, if you want to join us on one of these episodes in the future, if you want to get t-shirts, if you want to get ad-free episodes and get them a day early, all of that stuff, you can go to patreon.com/Elder Scrolls Lorecast and check out all the different tiers. See if there's something cool that you'd like to do to help support us and support me. And this is my full-time thing, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it, how much it has changed my life to be able to be a full-time content creator and to make awesome stuff and get to chat with you guys. And this is, get to look forward to going to work. That's an amazing thing. And that's a gift that you guys have given me. So I really, really appreciate it. Also, if you want to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, we'll read those out in the future, or a rating on Spotify. All of that is extremely helpful, or telling your friends, any of that stuff. But we don't have any new reviews this week, but that's what we do in the middle of the show. So here we go. Let's go back to the rest of the conversation.
You're listening to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, dear child of cities. That is why the Night Mother loves you.
That's why the Night Mother loves you. Oh, amazing stuff. All right.
Listener, that makes so much sense.
Wait, did something just click?
Because you're a listener of the podcast.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, yeah, good point. Good
Is
point.
that not intentional?
I don't know if it was. It may have been.
I thought it was intentional when he did it, but I mean, maybe it was just happenstance.
Wes is a clever dude, so I wouldn't doubt it if it was. Who wants to go next? Anybody?
I can go.
Ben?
I can follow up with the whole Sithis thing.
Awesome. Okay. All right.
Because my favorite is obviously going to be the Blade of Woe.
The Blade of Woe.
I mean, my love for the Dark Brotherhood and taking out the ones that need to be taken out.
Yeah, so this is the third weapon in a row. All of these are very dangerous, and this one's just about like murdering fools.
Yeah, I mean, I just love in ESO, it's an auto kill.
Yeah.
Once you become a Dark Brotherhood member.
Right. You sneak up behind people. Anybody who hasn't played ESO, it's an MMO, so the mechanics are a little bit different than playing something like Skyrim. But you go into your little sneak mode, your little eyeball closes down, and you sneak up behind somebody, and you hit your buttons, and you go, and it does that kill animation where you just like gut them or cut their neck or whatever, and they're dead. And as long as they're a humanoid, a regular humanoid, not like a boss character and not like a creature or an animal, boom, they're done. You can just like sneak through dungeons and just kill people.
My favorite is when they throw it like 10 feet across, like a dart.
Yes,
And
that's also fun.
Yeah, just tosses it.
But like in Skyrim, it has the ability to drain health. So it drains your life force from just getting stabbed or just getting cut.
Okay, so why do you, I mean, obviously it's a badass weapon. Why is this your choice? What are you using this for?
I mean, of course, supporting the cause of the Brotherhood. I mean, what else?
Because you in real life are a Brotherhood member?
Rob was calling me evil, and this comes up.
Oh, don't worry. He'll have his moment.
Okay. Rob, do you want the moment?
Yeah. Why are you evil? Why are you bad? Why do you hate innocent people?
Because it's fun.
Hey, they're not innocent. They are all contracted.
They are innocent.
No, that still could be totally innocent.
What contracts are.
Yeah.
You can put a contract on a newborn, and would you say, "Oh, deserve"?
Do you think Narfi deserved what happened?
Exactly.
Maybe Ben just is evil. Is this just who you are, or like naturally?
I just like being an assassin. That's it.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Narfi remembers.
All right.
How can you remember
Hey.
he's dead?
That's true.
He's in Sovngarde judging you guys.
I'm pretty sure he's an
like hanging
Imperial.
out.
Hey, as long as that grandmother or that lady from the orphanage is gone,
Based.
she's gone. It's all that matters.
That justifies all of it.
It does.
Siege Bro or Brib, I know we've been kind of hamming it up here, but do you guys want to chime in on this one at all? Have any thoughts?
I have nothing to add personally.
Siege bro, come on, you got my back, right? Come on. They're evil. They're bad. They're wrong.
Oh crap, Narfi is a Nord.
oh no. Oh bro, I'm gonna disappoint you too.
Oh no! Oh no!
Nobody with something peaceful like now I mean, I feel like I should have got
Star of Azura. Wait a minute.
Other than the Blade of Woe, though, like my other go-to artifact is always the Ring of Hercene.
Of course it is.
I'm a
I was
werewolf.
thinking, I knew you. I was thinking it's either that or Savior's Hide.
Yeah, I like.
I'm not
Saber's
surprised at
Hide's
all.
cool, but the ring is more viable than Saber's Hide. In my
I
opinion.
also support you getting the ring here soon because you'd probably get cursed with it instead.
What do you mean? He'd be fully committed to it. Here seemed to be all about that.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I feel like Ben would just rather be a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have any problem killing a girl like Sinding did in Falkreath. That'd just be up in your Dark Brotherhood count, right?
No, because Ben would commit to it. He'd go out and hunt actual prey. That's a challenge.
Right. So if he doesn't
demonize everyone, I'm the only pure one.
If he has a contract, then it's the Blade of Woe. If he doesn't have a contract, they're just going to be,
If he's just
werewolf
hunted.
chow. That's cool too.
Or it could be both. Who knows?
Or both. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've got a better understanding of Ben of Temeria now. Cool. Siege Bro, you said you basically implied that you're also evil?
No, I will I'll go first so we can save Rob because best for last.
Yeah, we'll see what
so
Rob
We
comes up
started
with.
with me.
What? No, but first of who's left over, not first of the whole show.
So Bribwan and I are bros because Volendrung was going to be my initial choice.
Yes.
My second choice is a little bit more practical, and it is the Amulet of Articulation.
Whoa.
I
all right.
personally like to think of myself as a very practical person, but I'm also not too good at speaking publicly for the most part.
Okay.
This is on Zoom, so it doesn't count. So for me, I really like the concept of just being able to control people through words.
Yeah, this sounds kind of evil.
It
started off
You would
so
think-
strong.
You would think that, but in reality, the reason for that is just my job deals with a lot of people, and I am naturally a very quiet person, so I'm not great at coming up with responses to certain complaints maybe customers have, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like the idea of being able to, make sure I have control of the conversation.
Right. So so you're the first one, other than, I guess, using a weapon in order to add more ability to kill, which is still a natural ability of everybody. Like this is
The first option was Volendrung, so I was still going to smash people with a hammer. First choice.
Right. But you are now helping with your articulation abilities, right? Your ability to, convince people with your speech, which is something that you feel like is a little bit lacking naturally. So now you're augmenting it, right? As opposed to augmenting your ability to murder, which is what everyone else is doing. So
You just
I'll
chose
put it to you
Mask
this
of
way. I'm a
Clavicus
janitor.
Violet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit easier to explain.
Well,
to
you
the
don't have to go
cops
through
when
him,
I get
so-
pulled over. Like,
yeah, there
You're
you go.
difference ties, so that's
you
probably a lot
wearing
better.
the Mask of Clavicus Vile.
Well, if we actually go into some of the stories about that, apparently when you're wearing it, it's just so charming, like the aura that it gives off. People just don't even acknowledge it.
Right. They don't even notice that it's there.
Hey man, how you doing?
Right.
And instead of saying like, oh, you shaved, cool, it'll be like, oh,
why the
shine
mustache?
your face.
Yeah, it would be this very similar outcome from the amulet to the mask, but one has a tie to a Daedric prince, and the other one doesn't.
Yeah,
as
one
far
of
as I
them,
know,
like Clavicus Violets, and you're just gonna get bored and yank it back and steal it from you when you really need it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the amulet doesn't seem to be connected to any specific like Daedric prince. I mean, it seems like
remember
it's,
I might have just been overthinking.
whoa.
I might have been overthinking the ability to gaslight with the amulet.
sorry, that was all at once.
Yeah, everybody's it's okay.
I,
It's okay.
I think that was like a Thieves Guild quest reward in Skyrim.
Yes. Yeah. Brynolf. I can't
So
say
it might
freaking
be
names.
tied to like Nocturnal, maybe, but not officially.
Yeah, there's
Might just be
we
something
don't
that
know
the dude
for sure.
enchanted.
Right.
Because it does have to do with like luck. Everyone just happens to, luckily agree with what you say. That could be twisted in that way, but
Right.
it
It's
hasn't canonically
persuasion
been stated that way.
Yeah, persuasion
Hold on a
checks in the
second.
game.
Wasn't this, you get this item in 4th Era 201, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, in
I think that's
Skyrim.
the only
New
time
lore
it's
fact,
been-
Professor Bayless made it. You're welcome.
Okay, sure.
Okay, all right.
Now I have a question about your amulet.
welcome.
What you say, it's mainly because you want to improve your speech habits because it's not really your favorite thing to do. What is your direct intentions with it? Because you did say you like being able to control people with words, and that's a very domineering thing to say.
Is this is this just for your job because
I
you
would
need
say
to do
that's
this better at work?
possibly worse than like everything that's been said today, depending on what you answer.
Okay, I might have overplayed the. In my mind, controlling people is not exactly a good thing. Therefore, even if I'm just using it to say, "Oh, you guys are incapable of putting toilet paper in a toilet," because I work as a janitor, even if I'm just saying something like that, and I'm explaining to them, "You must do it this way," it's not necessarily a good thing to do in my mind.
Right, because you feel like you're controlling other people.
You're taking away free will.
Right.
No
yeah.
matter what you do, you're taking away the free will. But depending on what you do with that will that you've stolen will kind of determine how much more evil this is. Are we talking about just manipulating the masses, or are we talking about like Molag Bal levels of domination?
Or just educating other people. Like another thing would be to use your words in a way that educates them and helps them remember the things you're saying and the value of the knowledge you're giving them. You could use that for manipulative ways, but you could just use it as a way to enlighten other people with knowledge. If you look at it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really comes down to the person who uses it. You can use it as a tool to forcefully enlighten people, or you can use it as like an edgy version of the Amulet of Mara. There's many different ways you can use it.
Don't like those implications.
Yeah, that can get real dark.
And
yeah,
that's why I'm not going any further. That conversation.
All right. Well, that's a cool. It took kind of a sideways thing. We didn't get another weapon, so this is cool. I'm curious about Rob's though. Rob,
Rob stole the win from my sales by guessing mine. I want to take a guess at his.
You want to take a guess? All right.
I want
All right,
everyone
Rob.
to try to guess.
Okay. Considering what you've been saying for the last few, Ariel's bow or Ariel's shield?
Really?
Huh.
Because you went on about the Dawn Guard.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
All right.
Anyone else want to give a guess?
Yeah.
I'm
Anyone
curious.
else want to guess?
Let's see. Hold on.
I'm going to say Dawnbreaker.
Dawnbreaker's cool.
Okay, that's a solid guess. I did look at that one for a little bit.
Rib, do you have a guess here? Ben? No? Nobody?
Well,
Is it a Daedric?
I mean, so I was looking at it. So
That really narrows it down though. Like that creates a big separation between Daedric and non-Daedric items.
I narrowed it down to
Chrysamere.
two. One of wait, what was yours?
Chrysamere?
Oh no, but I narrowed it down to two. One of them is Daedric. One of them is not Daedric.
I'm
sure
gonna
that doesn't really
say
help you very much.
An Elder Scroll.
Oh,
Well, that's just because you were paying attention to what I said earlier today.
But it's also a really good, fun one to bring up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is that one of them?
Brib,
Are you trying to blind yourself?
Ben, you got any guesses? No, you don't have to guess.
No,
pressure.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to think
There's
of
too
how
many
you play your
artifacts.
characters in ESO, and I don't.
Yeah, like
can't
me
think
and
of anything.
Brib play a lot, so I'm kind of heartbroken that he doesn't know.
I
Spellbreaker?
know.
The Ring of Khajiit?
Spellbreaker?
All right.
Because
I'm just going to go
franchise?
ahead and reveal the two I was considering. One is the Brush of True Paint, which is a Debella artifact.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Made with
Love
her
it.
hair.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Her sexy hair.
All right.
Oh, it's Debella's.
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just
Oh,
such
that
a
was
really
very
cool
bristly.
item. You can like go inside paintings and you can just imagine a painting. Like you don't have to be good at art. You just are good at art now, if as long as you have like the imagination to follow up with it. And it's just the fact that you could travel into a painting. That's so cool. You can just travel all these worlds that you want to imagine up.
It's kind of like having your own like Star Trek Hollow
Yeah.
room, whatever that's
What
called.
is the every single like side episode they do that doesn't go with the main plot is
Yeah.
what holodeck. There we go.
Holodeck. It's like having a holodeck,
Holodeck.
but a painting version of it.
I
It's so
love
cool.
it when they do the baseball holodeck, and then Worf is like they're staying on the sidelines, and Worf is like death to the opposition.
So I have a really funny baseball story, just side story, real quick. When I was a teenager, we went to I was part of a youth group, and me and my best friend were in this youth group, and they had this like kid, like the youth going with the old people to a baseball game event. And we went to, because I live in Florida, we went to go see the Rays, and we're at the baseball field, and my buddy James and I, who's my best friend in high school, and I were there, and we're like sitting behind who we thought were like the oldest people in the world in front of us, who were part of our group. And our team was up pitching, right? The other team was up a bat, and the pitcher starts throwing, and my buddy James starts yelling, "Kill him! Make him die!" Just like these and then we look around and go, that's what we were supposed to do, right? That's what we're supposed to do, because everyone else around us is yelling like, strike him out, like these kinds of things. And so I start giggling because I'm a teenager, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing but hilarious at the same time. And the old guy in front of us turns around and looks at James, because he was one of the people yelling like, strike him out, and he stands up and he goes, yeah, make him die. And he got in on it with us. And we were like, this guy's awesome. We bonded right at that moment.
And then he was forcibly escorted from the stadium.
It was amazing. It was the best. I don't really like baseball, but that made the night. That was the best. Anyway,
That's so
sorry.
funny.
Yes. So I said I kind of tied between two because I figured everyone's going to choose a weapon. I need to choose a weapon. And I was mostly right. Good on you, Siege Bro, for breaking the mold there. So the weapon I chose with is a Daedric weapon. And you guys were both, spot on with the Volendrung options, because I was looking at it, but I mean, Scourge is just so much cooler, which is Malakath's other weapon.
Oh, so why this one instead?
The friendless.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's also known as Makan's hammer because a person named Makan wielded it and dealt a lot of damage with it. Which I guess means it's officially speaking a hammer, but the only time it's been displayed in game is with a mace. But
Yeah,
I
it
guess
looks like
it's
a
also
mace.
because there's very little hammer models in the game. So I'm guessing it's like actually supposed to be a hammer, but it was just shown as a mace. I don't know.
It's originally from Battlespire. I think that's the first game it was in, and that it still looks like a mace.
Yeah,
And
they
then
don't have many.
Most are probably
hammer
glad he's not
models.
here now.
Yeah, every other
doesn't
one of them,
remember
it looks like a mace, like it very macey looking.
But the Daedric Scourge Blessed of Malakath, Bane of Daedra. It is the Daedra killer, and I love blunt weapons. I
thought you were going to say murdering Daedra.
Well, that too. Yes,
Hmm.
But
the Daedra didn't do anything wrong.
Wait, what?
tell that to
That's
the end
that's
of
your
my-
argument, huh?
That's never my argument. My argument
That's
is
your
always the
argument
exact
against us with
opposite.
every single one of them.
When you're talking about killing innocent people.
That's
Who said they
different.
were innocent?
Me.
That was
And
part
you said
of
I'll
the.
kill them anyway.
And I'm saying that the
See,
Daedric
that's
isn't.
just your opinion. That doesn't mean they're innocent.
Narfi
What did the
did
scamp
nothing
do?
wrong.
What did the scamp do?
Probably
What
a
did
lot.
Creeper do? What did Creeper do?
His name's Creeper.
He's Creeper's
Because he's
creeping.
not from like Tamriel, so they don't have the same connotations for words.
Creeper,
I
no
love
creeping.
it.
Creeper, no
I love
creeping.
it. I love it that a Daedric prince created an artifact to destroy the other Daedra because
Me
that
too.
Daedric prince is inherently against them because they created him by poop.
By pooping him out. Yeah.
So
It's a great choice.
when I think about like
That's why-
the character I would want to embody in the Elder Scrolls, I also like to think I would probably be an orc more than anything. I like the idea of like Nords and Argonians, but orc is the one I relate to the most. I love their culture and all that. And so I also like, as mentioned in previous episodes, like the Dawn Guard. So an orc going to the Dawn Guard and then getting access to Scourge would just be super awesome. I would be probably the most effective Dawn Guard member.
Also, another weapon
I think I'd
where
do
if you get robbed on the side of the road and you pull that thing out, they're gonna look at you twice and go, nope.
And then just
out.
in games and in martial training, I love fighting with like mauls, hammers, and maces and stuff like that. I just find the fighting style with those weapons a lot more fun. And then in video games, it's just when you get to like the action side of it, I would rather break someone's bones than cut them open. It's a lot more satisfying when you get those video game actions of like, oh yeah, crush their skull in instead of cutting them in half. It's just, that the stuff is like, oh, violence, yes.
Have you ever played Doom? I think you'd like it.
I've got a fair bit of gameplay in there. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So any questions about this one? Any other?
About the brush or the Scourge?
The brush is a
Scourge,
creative.
I got one for the Scourge.
That's a creative one. All right.
What are you doing? It's not a Daedra.
I still crush their skull open. It just doesn't explode them.
Yeah, it still works like a big mace.
It's still a hammer or a mace, whatever.
Yeah.
And why not get a hammer with another enchantment?
Because
It's universal.
one, I would be, like I said, in the Dawn Guard. And I mean, yes,
Then you'd want fire.
I think the Scourge would be a lot better than a flaming weapon.
Is this turning into my weapon versus your weapon?
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys comparing weapons on my podcast?
This is a sword measuring contest.
Yeah, I think this is what this turned into.
Well, also, the difference between Goldbrand and Scourge. Scourge is a one-handed weapon. Also, compared to Volendrung, I am a sword and board type of guy. So a hammer and a shield is a much more effective combat style, in my opinion.
It's going to keep you alive longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still blowing up Daedra when I smack him on the head, and I got a shield to protect me as well. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I like the brush. The brush is a creative idea. That one did not cross my mind as one that I thought anybody would pick.
I do have a question about the brush. Did that happen to have any Dark Souls influence for you?
I don't actually have a whole lot of Dark Souls knowledge. I have a lot of friends who play the game, so I'm like aware of them, but I don't know how that relates to Dark Souls. But it's just, I don't know, any kind of instance where you can, like, even something as like childish as like Mario World 64 or whatever that was when you jump into the paintings. That's just a cool idea, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole DLC for Dark Souls 3 where you're actually in the painting.
You know what else is cool is in Super Smash Bros. When you get the hammer and all the fun music goes around and you just smash everybody.
Very valid argument. I did look at Volendrung. I want to give some like honorable mentions.
I like the fire sword in Smash.
This all just devolved into I like this Daedric artifact because I grew up playing Mario games.
That's hilarious.
I looked at Volendrung. I looked at the Lord's Mail, which is really cool because that was Morehouse's armor, which I love Kinnereth, and Morehouse is a son of Kinnereth and all that. So that would be really cool. Wuthrad, good old elf killer. Got to purify the world a bit more, Orcs don't count.
All right.
But otherwise, Bayless is looking really confused from those statements. Yeah.
No, I just had a moment. I should have said our Pelennel's armor. That'd be so cool. Pelennel's so cool.
Oh, All right, I rescind my statement. Hold on.
Pelennel's armor. Yeah.
You'd like to retract the last 15 minutes from the record.
Can we restart this? I want to go back and say Pelennel's armor.
Let's start the show back over.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to toss one out because this one came up earlier. Somebody just very briefly mentioned it. The Wabajack.
Oh yeah.
Because if you just want something to cause chaos and have fun, some wacky fun, nothing's better than the Wabajack.
Also, early levels in Skyrim, if you're playing on legendary mode or whatever the hardest mode is, and you find a dragon priest, the only way to kill it is to Wabajack it, and hopefully it turns into a rabbit.
Because the difficulty is so high?
Yeah.
Ribbon, I think you just saved me a lot of trouble because staffs don't level up, and that's one thing I'm having trouble with is dragon priests.
Exactly. You just Wabajack them, and it's like,
my no level.
There you go. You're a rabbit.
You just Wabajack them. That sounds
I guess
dirty.
I gotta do the Sheogorath quest now. Good to know.
Yeah, but it's all fun and games until you turn a wolf into a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, it could go totally bad.
Yeah.
Then you just turn the dragon into a bunny.
Yeah, but what if you shoot the dragon again? Then it just doesn't. It just pisses the dragon off.
Turns into a bigger dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you might just turn into a frost dragon. Oh, now it's a legendary dragon.
Here's what you do.
Now you're
You get
dead.
the Ring of Khajiit and the Wabajack, and you sneak around, and then you Wabajack things while stealthed. And then even if it turns into a dragon, it doesn't know if you're there.
Tom, you're breaking the rules. There's only one.
Well, I'm just coming
If
up
you
with
want to do
creative ways
stealth
to do
stuff, then
stuff.
like, I don't know, bow of shadows.
Sure. No, but not just murder people, like create chaos. Like create wacky situations.
You just got to be careful and not accidentally point it at your mom or something.
Right. Or yourself. Because that would be very like, oh, now I'm a bunny.
You should be able to do that. That'd be a fun in-game feature.
Turn yourself into a goat or something.
Oh man, is there a mod where you can, there's got to be a mod that does that.
That's
right?
like an entire set of like mini quests in GTA 5.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's like
in the
this
story game?
stupid little
In the
bit that
story
you
part
need
of
to
the
do
game?
to
It's been a long time since I played through the story. The story
like
stuff?
Yeah, it's like necessary to 100% it. I think like you go around, you find like peyote plants or something, and they like you just get like 15 minutes as any given animal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Pretty goofy.
All right. Well, guys, I think we're hitting the end of the show here. This has been super fun, super wacky, as usual. I love all the different ideas. Let's go back through. If you've got some side project, something you want to shout out, ways that people can reach you, or you just want to say thanks for being here and hi everybody, or bye everybody, or any other words that are appropriate to use. Now's your chance. Ben? Ben, I know you got some side stuff going on.
Oh yeah, I am Bennett Tamaria, one of the hosts for Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends, where we go over all the differences between the canon and the legends of the Star Wars universe. We are on the Robots Radio Network on the Discord. We have our own Discord called the Cups Podcast and More, with the other two podcasts that we have on the network on our stuff for the Assassin's Creed and Dragon Age. And yeah, and then I've been trying to do some more Twitch streaming myself on my Twitch channel, Ben of Tamaria, and you can follow me on Twitter at that as well, and follow our podcast at SW Hollow Histories.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us again. Rob, you're up next.
Yeah, me and Jillian decided to try to do more stuff with the Lorecasters Guild on ESO, on PC, NA, which I also play PCEU, so I guess that kind of applies over there, but we're trying to be more active, so if you guys ever want to join us, we were doing stuff right before this cast, actually, and I think I think they're still up, and if they are, then we're gonna go right back at it once I get off this call, and yeah, so please come join us. We'll be dropping notes in the Discord PC Guild chat and also in the in-game Guild chat whenever we're trying to do stuff. You know, the event's going on right now for a lot of Guild rewards. So it's a really good time to do that. So please come and join us. It'll be really fun. Also, I want to give my shout out to Sky Oblivion, which I am a dev for. So please go check out their stuff. And if you would like to volunteer, but you don't know how to like contribute with, just reach out. We have people willing to teach you at least the, basic stuff so you can at least help out on the project. Or if you do have experience, if you're a graphic artist or some sort of programmer, please reach out and contribute to the project. Otherwise, you can reach me on Twitter at Rob the Princess. And I'm not really going to say hello or goodbye because I will always be here.
Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, awesome stuff.
And you called me evil.
Go. So go check that stuff out. Also, if you have any questions about joining the guild, join us on the Discord. That's where you can apply. And if you just say like, hey, where do I go? There's a channel for joining the guild, and you just follow the instructions over there and we'll take care of it. So we'd love to have you guys join us. Awesome. Thanks for bringing all that up, Rob.
Yeah.
Siege Bro. You got anything going on?
No projects, but for all my bros and bras who follow the code of Malakath, I wish you a happy Vengeance Day.
Nice. Is
that today?
I don't know.
Every day is Vengeance Day when you follow the code of Malakath.
Oh,
is there
Today's the 25th anniversary of Digimon.
I'm going to go check my calendar.
I don't think that's the same thing. Professor?
It is to me.
Professor, I know you got stuff going on. How do people check that out?
Well, you all should already know, but you need to go to class. And class is going to be starting soon.
Oh, are we in the hallway? Are we loitering in the hallway?
Well, no, you need to show up to your lectures so you can know what's going to be on the test.
Cool.
Now I know not a lot of you want to be part of it, but as a requirement for your majors, I know a lot of you also need to have a history class. However, you're lucky because I'm the most entertaining professor you're ever going to meet in your mother-fetching life. So I recommend you come down to Professor Bayless's class once lectures are up and running for a whole lot of information in a digestible format that hopefully is easier to follow than a lot of the other material you have out there. And also, it's going to be lore friendly, so just a little bit more fun. Nothing against any of the other lore content. I love all of it. But I don't know. The only Fudge Muppet videos I ever really liked were the ones where it was I think that dude Drew playing it up like a daedrologist. So
is that some of the inspiration on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Mostly just.
Do you have a channel up that people can follow you on yet?
Actually, yes. I have my YouTube channel as that, and pretty much all of my socials have been shifted over.
Like PROF Baelius?
You can probably just look up Prof or Professor, the full name, and then Baelus, which is an imperialized version of a Reach folk name.
Well, there you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Made it a little bit easier for you guys.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for joining us again.
We'll see you in class. We're going to start from the very beginning.
The beginning of class. Starting from the beginning of class. The beginning of the growth of your mustache. Everyone's gonna be like, why does he keep bringing up a mustache? I get the tension for this. This is why you need to be here for the pre-show, so you understand these jokes. Thanks for joining us again, Brib.
Yes,
you got anything cool going on, or you just want to say bye to everybody?
I'm just hanging out. In fact, right now I'm digging up the last Oaken Soul lead, and so by the end of tonight I will have that in ESO, which means I'll be playing a lot, and I have been playing a lot more again. Tales of Tribute, which is a new game. I can help you learn that, as can Rob. We enjoy it very much.
Yeah. What level are you guys up to? Are you guys ranked? I'm ranked.
I'm 300th on the leaderboards.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's the one thing in this game that I feel like I might be able to actually get on a leaderboard. So I've been working kind of hard at it.
Yeah. Are you ranked, Rob?
I'm playing the ranked games. I can't remember. You
have to go through like the 5 different levels.
I'm enjoying the game a lot, and I'm learning the game a lot because I already had experience with like the Dominion game was based off of and all that. But so I that's why I can teach people about the game because I would learn it. But I suck.
Oh no!
I only play on the weekends, and as we've discussed in some other chats, all the people who are really good love playing on the weekends. And if you really want to get some progression, play on the weekdays where all those people are at work or something.
I would assume that they match you up with people who are similar level than you.
You would think,
so,
but I get destroyed.
Well, when there aren't any, you got to match you up with somebody.
I mean, the game pops you in real quick. So the last time I checked, I was 426.
Oh, nice.
I haven't played it a lot in the last week or so. I played it a lot the first 2 weeks.
Did you play Dominion too?
I have played it before, maybe once or twice, but it's been a long time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I checked. It's not Malakath Summoning Day or anything like that, but it was Dancing Day last week, apparently.
Oh, well, there you go.
Which is a Tamriel holiday.
Yeah.
They dance.
One last thing. We did talk about setting up a tribute little tournament going between us. And now that this expansion has been up for a few weeks, at least on PC and, is now out for console, maybe we should look into some options for setting that up. So.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just not sure we have enough people interested. So that's another thing to reach out to us in the PC Guild chat. If you are interested in doing that, once we get enough people, then we can get going. Right now, we have a few.
Yeah, we could start with as little as 6, 8, 10 people and just kind of do a fun little thing. And then maybe have a, in-game gold buy-in or something, 10,000 gold or something. And so the winner makes out with most of that. And, just kind of a fun little thing. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll be posting more about that as some time goes on. I think we still need to give some people some time to catch up with playing it and get some practice first, because those of us who have played it a lot more are going to have a big advantage compared to the people who haven't. But maybe sometime in the next few weeks, this next upcoming month. But that's what we got. Thank you, Briv, for being here, and everybody else for joining me. This has been super fun. Chat, thank you for being here as well. Hopefully we'll be back next week with our regular show nights on Thursday next week. And we're
Nocturnal?
We're finishing up the Daedric Princess. I think maybe we're up to Nocturnal. We've been doing the M's.
Goth mommy time.
So everybody loves a goth mommy.
Everybody wants a goth girl until she starts making you summon demons. Then they all back out.
And then you really, really want a goth girl.
For me, at least. I don't know what other people are on about.
What's happening? What is happening?
All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
That's what's happening.
We'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach me on Twitter at robots_radio or Lotus of Doom at Lotus of Doom. Also, you can join us on the Robots Radio Discord channel. You can easily just search Robots Radio Discord on Google or check the description underneath the podcast. Also, this podcast is recorded live every week on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on the Robots Radio channels on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook. So just search Robots Radio on any of those platforms. Come join us. We'd love to chat with you while we record the show, or before or after. Either way, just come hang out with us. And if you're looking for more information about my shows and the shows on the Robots Radio Network, go to robotsradio.net for all the information about all the shows on the network, including the Robots Radio Rocket Club, where I help both new and existing podcasters to grow their shows, build their audiences, and create the best podcasts they possibly can. All of that at robotsradio.net. We'll see you next time.